Hey, it's Nathan with CrazyEyeMarketing.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up custom conversions within your Meta Business Manager. So to get here, you just come into your Business Manager and you want to make sure you're under Events Manager, and then you can go ahead and click on Custom Conversions right here, and you'll get to the same page that I'm on right now. So more than likely, you've already set up your pixel. If not, you need to do that first. And you've probably set up some standard events. So like your lead event, your purchase event, maybe an add to cart event. And so you're tracking all those types of events across your website or your store. And that might be all you need to generate a lot of profitable traffic to your business. But there may be instances where you want to take it to the next level and you have specific conversion events that you really want to track because there may be high dollar value events or they're super important events and you want to like single those events out. And that's when you want to go ahead and set up a custom conversion. And I know that you can read, but I want to read all the stuff on this page because it's important to understand why custom conversions are different and special and important. So use custom conversions to measure the outcomes that matter to your business and optimize for your ads, for URL traffic and custom events. So use custom conversions to measure the interactions that matter to your business. These can be used to help create custom audiences to use in your ads. So again, these custom conversions are for measuring specific events. And the next topic is optimize. So use custom conversions to show ads to people who are most likely to take specific actions. You can map your custom events to standard events and use them to optimize your ad delivery. So you can use these specific custom conversions to better optimize your advertising efforts for these unique conversions. Like if you have a high ticket custom conversion event, then you can specifically tell Facebook to optimize for high conversion events. And finally, there's the option to share these custom conversions. So you can collaborate on a campaign by sharing custom conversions with other ad or business accounts on Facebook or with third-party agencies. So if you're working with freelancers or advertising agencies, you'll be able to share your custom conversions with them, and hopefully they know what they're doing and can help you improve your marketing efforts. Anyway, let's go ahead and create a custom conversion. And the first thing it's asking me to do is name my custom conversion. So I'm going to say that this is a lead for coaching. So I want to keep my coaching lead separate from my product leads or something to that effect. And I can go ahead and give it a description. And I need to select the appropriate data source. So I have my SEM training data source right here. And my action source. So I have website or physical store. I'm doing my website. Then I need to select my event type. So in this case, I'm going to be tracking leads right here. So I've set up a standard event on my website that fires off a lead event when they land on my thank you page. And now it's time to go ahead and set my rules. So there's a couple different options here. So I have URL contains, and then I have referring domain. So filter events that match a specific referring domain. So basically if somebody comes from some other website to my website, then I want to go ahead and trigger an event. Now that doesn't make sense for my particular case right here because I'm tracking leads without my website, but it's pretty cool that you could create a custom conversion for people that come from another website. But anyway, back to the drop down menu. We also have event parameters. I'll be creating another custom conversion after this one where we use the event parameter, so I'll come back to it. So we're going to go with URL, and we have contains, does not contain, or equals. I'm going to go ahead and use contains here. And for my particular case right here, I'll add my URL keyword, so thank you coaching. So anybody that lands on my thank you coaching page will trigger a lead event because I set that up previously. But if they land on a thank you coaching page, then they're going to trigger this custom conversion where they're a coaching lead. And then I can go ahead and treat these people differently because maybe they're worth more as a student compared to somebody that is just buying my products. Additionally, I could go ahead and enter a conversion value right here. So if I know that for every lead that opts in for coaching, they wind up being worth maybe $10 a lead, then I could go ahead and plug that in right there and click on create. And we'll go with done. So now I can specifically track all my leads that come in looking for coaching services. So pretty cool stuff. And I'll have other videos on setting up ad campaigns where we use these custom conversions where we're targeting for this specific action. Anyway, coming back up here, let's create another custom conversion. So we'll click on this option here. And let's say that this time I want to go ahead and look for people that are adding a product to their cart for more than like $50, let's say. So add to cart greater than 50. And then I can give it a description again. And I need to go ahead and select my data source. So I have my SEM training one right here. The action source will be website. And then my event right here would be add to cart. Now I haven't triggered an add to cart event yet on my website, so it's not popping up right here. And so what I recommend doing is going to your website and actually triggering that event and making sure that the add to cart event works on your website. And then it can take upwards of 24 to 48 hours for that event to be like triggered. But once it's triggered, you should see it under your standard events right here, and you should be able to select it. So when you're setting up these custom conversions for real, make sure that the standard event that you want to track is actually showing up. And so if you don't see it, go to your website and trigger that event, and then come back here a day or two later and you should see it in your drop down here. Now for the sake of example, I'm just going to go ahead and select lead again because I don't want to wait 24 to 48 hours for my add to cart event to show up here. But let's just pretend that this says add to cart. Okay, now we need to go ahead and set up our rules. So I'm going to go ahead and click in here, and we're going to look at event parameters. And so then I can hit this option right here, and if I hit down, I can see the different parameters that have been sent into Facebook, and I can go ahead and select what's relevant here. So I can select value, which makes sense because I'm looking for greater than $50. There's also currency, so I can make sure that they're spending US dollars. And then there's content name, which is a parameter that could help me keep things organized or something like that, depending how I use it. Anyway, for my particular case, I'm going to be using value. And then I can go ahead and hit this drop down menu right here and select is greater than right there. So $50. So basically anytime this event lead happens or add to cart and its value is greater than 50, it's going to go ahead and trigger this custom conversion. Now of course an add to cart event is not as significant as a purchase event. However, it does show that people are on their way to checking out. So in this particular case, I would go ahead and enter a conversion value. And maybe I know that everyone that adds a product to their cart that's worth $50 or more, on average winds up spending, $25. Because maybe 75% of people abandon the cart, but then other people spend more than $50, and on average, it equals to a $25 conversion event. So that's why I'll put $25 right here. And then I could go ahead and click on create and done. So now I have two custom conversions for specific events that I really want to track on my website. I want to keep track of all the people that are opting in for coaching services. And I also want to keep track of all the people that are adding more expensive products to their shopping cart. And then we can use these custom conversions to help Facebook optimize our ads. We can also create audiences based off of these custom conversions. And it's just another tool for us to get the most out of our marketing efforts. And that is it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, I appreciate sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, and or head over to crazyhourmarketing.com. And I hope you have a great rest of the day.